Hello fight fans, welcome to my UFC 117 post-fight video. I am your host, the J-Man, and we've got a lot to cover today. I want to talk about UFC 17, the main events, and some of the other fights as well. Sorry for the timing of this video. I know it's a little bit late, but better late than never. So let's get right to it. UFC 117 was a very exciting event. Lots of action, lots of entertainment, surprises. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think anyone else who saw it would agree with me. But let's look at some of the pictures here, and I'll give you my comments and my thoughts on each fight. Alright, first of all, I want to say that you can find out all the information about UFC 117 results by going to www.mmaconvert.com, which is an excellent blog for MMA, all news, rumors, everything that's going on. That website is hosted by Steve Berry, and I don't know if he ever sees these videos that I do, but shout out to him. He's doing a great job over there, and definitely go check out his blog. Alright, but let's look at these photos and talk about what went down. Here we have Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen. Looks like Chael is actually sort of taking down Anderson, even though Anderson has a grip on the leg there. I think Chael is kind of falling forwards on him. You know, that was a very intense fight. The whole time Chael Sonnen worked his ass off. This guy literally pushed and pushed and pushed. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to go to the limit. And he spent everything he had. And all the credit in the world to him. He gave one hell of an effort against Anderson Silva, and I knew it was going to go that way. Chael's a grinder, man. He's one of those wrestlers that stick to you like glue and will not let up, and he most certainly didn't do that. He was full pace. The guy's cardio is fantastic, and he proved it. He really showed it. Having said that, the fight pretty much went the way I expected it to go. Anderson spent most of the time on his back. Chael kept trying to transition and just get different positions to his advantage over Anderson, but he wasn't very successful. Anderson's defense is so strong, it's really hard to get around, and Anderson knows what he's doing. He's so experienced, black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's how I predicted it would go. Chael wouldn't be able to finish this guy. He wouldn't be able to submit him, and he wasn't. He wasn't able to do that. He wouldn't have been able to pound him out, and even though he tried like hell and did get some shots in, he wasn't able to finish him. So credit to both of these guys. But Anderson Silva, I did predict that Anderson Silva would submit Chael. This Chael has gotten submitted many times in the past, even though he had been ahead on points. Anderson got him with a triangle choke in the 5th round, with I think 2 minutes remaining. But I predicted Anderson would finish him off a little quicker than that. I think I said 3rd round, or yeah, 3rd round, maybe 4th. But wow, yeah, Chael lasted a lot longer than I thought, and clearly was ahead on the points. If he had only been able to hold out for another 2 minutes, he probably would have gotten that unanimous decision. And but he didn't. He didn't play it safe in the last couple minutes of the fight, which really shows that Chael has a heart of a fighter. I mean, this guy goes full tilt and wants to win every single second. He wants to win. So if he had played it safe, he would have earned less respect from me. But kudos. He really, I mean, he tried to sink in and finish the win, and that's what a fighter should do. Alright, but having said that, Anderson Silva gets the victory with that triangle choke. It looked like he almost had an armbar at the same time, but the choke was enough to finish off Chael. And wow, Anderson took a beating. I think he got broken ribs. Chael got busted up some, but really the stand-up wasn't that much of a factor as I thought it would be. I don't think I remember seeing Anderson land any really hard kicks or any clean shots with his feet. But Chael definitely got beat up, but Anderson, he got grinded, man. He was roughed up the whole time on the ground. So yeah, people are talking about the immediate rematch. I'm not so sure about that. I don't think that's a good idea, because you gotta give some time to allow, not only to allow them to heal, of course, but Chael would have to train differently. He would have to learn something new or develop a strategy different than what he used in this fight. That's just my opinion. I think a rematch would go pretty much the same way. You can argue and say that if Chael had just held on for those other 2 minutes of the rest of the round, he would have won. But if it took him 5 rounds and he wasn't able to finish him, then that's saying a whole lot right there. How's he going to do it in the next fight, in an instant rematch? So I think they should break and not have a rematch immediately. Maybe sometime down the line. There's not really any other top contenders. Vitor Belfort, you could argue and say maybe he's a top contender, but he hasn't even fought one single time in the 185-pound division in the UFC. So I don't know what Vitor is waiting for. He needs to get a fight in the meantime. But yeah, man, Chael Sonnen. This guy's got a heart of a champion. Even though he talks way too much crap and makes all these overstatements, he's a blatant liar. I don't like the guy, but you can't take away his credentials inside the octagon. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll do a part 2, talk about some of the other fights. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch part 2.